Welcome back, Deep Divers. We're diving into something pretty visual today, and I'm excited to unpack it all with you.
Visuals are my thing, so I'm ready.
Our subject, the International Sketchnote Camp, coming up in 2025. ISC25 for short.
Catchy.
Right, so sketchnoting. It's more than just, like, doodling in the margins, yeah.
Way more. It's about, well, imagine you're trying to make sense of something complex. A lecture, a meeting, maybe even a whole book.
Been there?
Instead of just words, you start using visuals too. Drawings, symbols, diagrams, all mixed in with your notes. It's like creating a visual map of the information.
So you're not just passively absorbing, you're actively processing and remembering.
Exactly. Our brains are wired for visuals. Think about it. You remember faces way better than names, right?
Sadly, yes.
Sketchnoting taps into that visual memory power. It's a way to encode information in a way that sticks.
Makes sense. Now, this ISC25 thing.
Yeah.
They're really aiming to be the global hub for all things visual thinking. And what's really fascinating is the sheer variety of people they're attracting. It's not just artists or designers.
Nope.
We're talking agile and lean practitioners, project managers, UX designers, researchers, teachers, even graphic recorders, the folks who visually capture live events.
It's a testament to how broadly applicable visual thinking can be. It's not confined to any one profession or industry. It's a valuable skill across the board.
Yeah, I'm seeing that common thread emerge. So for our listeners who might be thinking, hey, this sounds interesting, mark your calendars, folks.
Yeah.
ISC25 is happening July 4th to 6th, 2025.
That's right.
And they've chosen a pretty cool spot, Aston University Students' Union in Birmingham, UK.
Great location. Birmingham's right in the heart of the UK, super accessible for folks traveling from within the country and internationally.
So help me understand this. How did this International Sketchnote Camp thing even start? Was it like a group of friends got together one day and said, hey, let's have a sketchnote party?
Haha. Well, it wasn't exactly a party, but it did start in a very organic, grassroots kind of way. Back in 2017, a bunch of passionate sketchnoters in Hamburg, Germany.
Okay.
They wanted to connect with other sketchnoters, share their techniques, and to sort of, nurture this growing global community around visual thinking.
A real community-driven initiative. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And it speaks to the power of visual thinking itself. It's something that people are naturally drawn to, and it creates this shared sense of excitement and possibility.
And this wasn't just a one-off event in Hamburg, was it?
Oh, no, not at all. Since that first gathering in Hamburg, ISC has become this highly anticipated international event.
Has it really?
Oh, yeah. It's been hosted in some amazing cities. Lisbon, Paris, Leiden. Each location adds its own unique flavor to the mix.
Now, for 2025 in Birmingham, they've chosen a very timely theme.
Yeah.
Human connection in a world of AI.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one, isn't it? With all the talk about artificial intelligence these days, you might think a Sketchnote camp would focus on the tech side of things.
You'd think so.
But they've deliberately chosen to emphasize how technology, especially visual thinking tools, can actually strengthen human connections and collaboration.
Rather than replacing human interaction altogether.
Exactly. It's about recognizing the power of AI, but also understanding that uniquely human skills, like visual communication, are essential for fostering empathy, understanding, and those deep connections we crave.
And that aligns perfectly with the essence of sketchnoting itself.
It really does.
It's all about taking complex information, making sense of it through a personal lens, and then expressing those ideas in a way that others can connect with.
And that act of creating and sharing, it fosters this visual language that transcends words. It's about connecting on a deeper level.
All right, so let's say someone's hooked and decides to hop across the pond to Birmingham for ISC25. What can they expect? What's the actual experience like?
Buckle up for a packed 3 days. They kick things off on Friday evening with a networking reception. Yeah, a great way to meet fellow sketchnoters from around the globe, share your backgrounds, and start building those connections.
Nice.
Then Saturday and Sunday are full-on learning and exploration, keynote talks from leaders in the field,
Okay.
interactive workshops where you can really hone your skills, and they've got these things called bar camps.
Bar camps. That sounds intriguing.
So imagine that anyone can propose a topic they're passionate about.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's very spontaneous, very participant-driven. Sponsors can even jump in and lead sessions. It's a cool way to explore those niche areas within visual thinking.
Definitely more organic, less structured.
Exactly. And alongside all that, they've got the Connection Corner, which is basically a hub for demonstrations and sponsor exhibits.
Hands-on stuff.
Yep. see tools and techniques in action, interact with companies that are supporting the event.
Very cool.
And of course, no camp experience would be complete without a good old-fashioned party, right?
You're telling me.
Saturday night, they're throwing a party with a Birmingham theme.
Love that local flavor.
It's a chance to unwind, connect on a more social level, and maybe even see some sponsor branding sprinkled in.
That's clever.
Now, we've talked about why Birmingham is so accessible, but what else makes it the perfect spot for ISC25?
Well, they mentioned Afton University being close to the city center.
Right. Easy access to all the attractions and the vibe of the city.
Plus, they threw in some Birmingham cultural references. Peaky Blinders, the Balti Triangle.
I love that they did that. They're showcasing the city's unique personality, painting a picture of what attendees can expect beyond the camp itself.
So it becomes more than just a conference, it's an experience.
Exactly. And they even mentioned some nearby tourist attractions like Warwick Castle and Stratford-upon-Avon.
Shakespeare country.
Perfect for those who want to extend their trip and explore a bit more of the UK.
Okay, so they've clearly put a lot of thought into the location. Now, let's talk about the folks behind the scenes. Who's making all this magic happen?
ISC25 is being hosted by The Visual Jam, which was co-founded by Patty Donda and Grant Wright.
I did see their names mentioned.
These guys are deeply connected within the global visual thinking community. They've built a really impressive network. Plus, they've got a whole team of volunteers from around the world, each with their own networks, helping to spread the word.
So it's not just one or two people pushing this, it's a global movement.
It really is.
Now, any event like this lives or dies by its speakers and workshop leaders. Who can attendees expect to learn from at ISC25?
They've actually branded their key presenters as super connectors, which I think is brilliant.
Ties right into that theme of connection.
Absolutely. So first up, we've got Mike Road,
The Sketchnote Handbook guy.
the one and only. Anyone getting into sketchnoting, that's the Bible.
Definitely heard of that one.
Also on the lineup, Alejo Porras, a fantastic sketchnoting expert and graphic recorder, Olivia Glendevi and Ben Walder, the folks behind the Visual Agile Coach, bringing that agile perspective. Stuart Young, focusing on visual storytelling and emotional intelligence.
Impressive.
And of course, Patty and Grant themselves will be sharing their wisdom as well.
Oh, right. It's their organization running the show.
That's right. Now, there's also a chance they might snag an even bigger name if they secure enough sponsorships.
Now, speaking of sponsorship, what's the appeal for companies to get involved with an event like this? What's in it for them?
Well, sponsoring ISC25 is a fantastic opportunity for companies to reach a very specific, very engaged audience.
In what way?
Think about it. They get exposure across all the event platforms, the website, social media, email newsletters, and of course, at the event itself.
Lots of eyeballs.
Plus, there are tons of opportunities for direct interaction. Remember the connection corner?
Right, where the sponsors have their booth.
Exactly. They can showcase their products, have those one-on-one conversations with attendees. Depending on the sponsorship level, they can even get on stage and speak.
So there are different tiers of sponsorship.
Oh, yeah. They've got it all structured out.
How does that work?
There's an entry-level event partner option for in-kind contributions or smaller organizations.
Oh, yeah.
Then it goes bronze, silver, gold. Each level offers more benefits, company profiles, social media shout-outs, bigger booths, chances to lead workshops, even branding opportunities.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
It is, and they're really flexible too. They encourage companies to reach out and customize a package that fits their needs.
So what kind of company would benefit most from being a sponsor?
Organizations that provide tools, services, or training related to visual thinking are a natural fit.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, think about companies that cater to agile teams, UX designers, facilitators, educators, anyone who uses visual communication to get their message across.
It's a niche audience, but it's a powerful one.
Absolutely. And the chance to connect with them in this fun, creative environment is incredibly valuable.
Okay, so to sum it all up, the International Sketchnote Camp 2025 in Birmingham. It's shaping up to be a pretty remarkable event.
I'd say so.
A celebration of visual thinking, a chance to connect with a global community, learn from the best, and even explore those deeper questions about human connection in a tech-driven world.
It's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
So for our listeners, I hope this deep dive has given you a good sense of what ISC25 is all about. Here's a question for you to ponder. How important do you think human connection will become as technology continues to evolve?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. And do the themes and the community at ISC25 resonate with you? Do you see applications in your own field?
It's definitely worth exploring.
It is. If you're intrigued, search for International Sketchnote Camp. 2025 or the Visual Jam online. You'll find all the details there.
Happy sketchnoting!
Thanks for diving in with us, folks. Until next time.